Wake up, fellow fish geeks and freaks and fish punks wanna be me. So much of that. See if anybody gets on. Actually, I gotta quit holding this thing. This is a pain in the butt. I did have something. Somebody's gonna get on shortly. What did I do with that thing? Hello? I'm not at the shop. I'm at the other building upstairs right now, the dojo. You know what? I don't know if this works. Good morning, Craig. Dave. How y'all doing? Hope well. I'm gonna try to get this contraption. I think it was like a cheap thing, but I hold this phone. It's got a little tripod thing here. Good morning, Shivani. Here, so bear with me. And that thing's got a tight spring. If it holds the phone, don't turn that thing. Oh, take device. Man, see if that works. Hello. Gotta tighten that up. CVC. What's CVC? Oh, we're making progress here, I think. Get tired of holding this thing, and then my stupid fingers block the thing and picture and mug. Hello. I know. I kind of remember this stupid thing. So, anybody got any recommendations for a good buy from stupid Amazon? This won't stay. It keeps sliding out. Hello. You're on a roller coaster. Woo! Oh. Duh. Why it keeps sliding out. I forgot my watch. When I forget my watch or my knife, I feel like naked. That's bad. I'm like, and I have the white band on my wrist. So I get Russian this morning. Of course, there's no rubber band. I have, yeah, there is. See, at my age and being in business as long as I have, I've become a MacGyver. That's why I usually have rubber bands on my wrist. Because they come in handy when I gotta bag something, fish or whatever. But I have an idea. To keep this phone, well, maybe not. Trying something. Maybe I should have done this before I started a live show, but at least you know it's a real thing. It's not fake. It's not a whatever. No fancy editing. I do need somebody on that scale to help. Because it's beyond me and the time involved. Dave's tinkering show. It cracked me up. Trying to figure this out. It keeps popping. Stupid. Does that make anybody make anything good anymore? Oh no, don't hit those buttons. It slid. It's kind of holding there though. But it's gonna hit something. Hello. Why stuff gotta be difficult? It's been a bad week. Bad week for me. Just, it's one of those, it's not one day, it's like every day so far this week has been rough. Alright, let's see if this holds for a bit. Or you guys might go flying for now. Anyway. This thing's supposed to go down so I can hold it, maybe. This looks like Jim Cantera on Hurricane. Yeah, me and him were talking the other days. Now 2 years in a row not going sucks. They Malawi country put a ban on incoming and stuff like that, outgoing, whatever it is. So no travel to Malawi right now. So it's a bummer. Tinker with this thing. Whoa. Don't do that. Let's see. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's easier to hold that way. Yeah, I actually want to go back. I mean, he's been trying to get me to go back with them. I love Larry. I want to make one more trip back to Malawi and one more trip back to Tanganyika. Maybe another trip back to South America. So, did I miss something? Great. Oh, yeah, you guys, funny. I'll start off. Sorry, I have some people that are like don't like my shows. I guess they like the fish part of the business and my fish, blah blah blah. But I talk about politics probably too much sometimes. But I know it affects us all one way or another. It's hard not to be uh, getting wrapped into it, especially when you own a business and it's your livelihood and everything else, taxes, whatever. So. Yeah, I got some people that are, like make comments or message me, and so I'll try to be a good boy and not bring up political crap. That's why I got to start another show. No, I'm not Patty certified. Certified. I got SSI. I think it was. Ah, jeez. Holy crap, that's 12, 13 years ago. So, when I went to Tanganyika 2.5, 3 years ago, was it 3 years ago? Yeah. Yep, 3 years ago. It was, dang, that long already. I took my gear, that could be a rant, to a local, semi-local shop. There's only one dive business in this area, in the Cleveland, Cobb County, actually outside Cobb County. They have two places, but I don't think there's any more. There is one more. Hello. There's one more, and they were very unfriendly. It sucks. Well, this is not a diving area. I mean, we have the Great Lakes, but obviously scuba is more going to be on the coast, South California probably, and all that stuff. So we don't have no options. It sucks. So I took my gear to get checked, inspected, the vest, the air, everything, whatever, and end up costing more what they told me it was going to cost. And then they wanted to charge me $20 for O-rings or something. I can't remember, so it's over 3 years ago. But it's something ridiculous. And it was supposed to be done in like 2 weeks. It was like 4 weeks. I was mad. So that's why I was like, man, I want my own scuba diving shop, a fish store, karate place, and a gun shop. I'd be set for life. And maybe a puppy park. I like dogs. Yeah, so it sucks. There's no competition to it. It's obviously a challenging business because there's not a whole lot of business here. You have winter. I'm sure they rely on the one place I was going to. I got a good part of my gear. I took my dive certification lessons and all that stuff. Diver's Outlet was called. Stowe, half hour, 40 minutes from here, or whatever. The guy, was it Bill? Good guy. I mean, I liked it. The guys were cool. But kind of like this business, it's not enough to, afford to sustain a family income, I guess. So it was like in the evenings or something like that, and you got to rely on other people that are like the hobby, the dive and trips and stuff like that. But most people have full-time jobs during the day, so that stuff, they had limited hours. and stuff. But yeah, probably rely on doing dive trips. I don't know, they get kickbacks or their trip gets comped when they do these trips and stuff like that. So, but that's unfortunate. And no, you don't have to get recertified. It's kind of like riding a bike. I was a little nervous because it was 4 years when I was in Malawi and I dived. And I don't get to practice. There's nowhere. I'm not swimming in Lake Erie. Screw that. Too cold. When I took my test at the quarry up here in Toledo area, it was in the 90s. It was like in July. And going down about 20 feet, Gaboa Quarry, I think it was called. 20, 25 feet, like different planks. You had to go different levels. It was like 45 degrees. It was freezing. So after you dive in like a tropical or snorkel in like tropical saltwater or definitely freshwater, like taking it to Malawi, I personally do not want to dive anywhere that's cold, that has cold water. I want the tropical seas, tropical freshwaters like Africa, Rift Lakes. So they're the best, best. Malawi, it was years ago. There was a post on internet. One of the top 5 best freshwater diving they had as Malawi was in the top 5. It's a very I can't I want to go back to Africa more than ever. I want to get away from here, get away from politics, get away from everything. Diving is like it's kind of like karate. I like sparring, whatever. You get away from the phone, technology a bit, and and you know, riding motorcycles. I used to ride bikes, so it's like your escape. So like diving, you're going into another world. You know, you have your electronics, you're checking temperatures and depth and your gauges and your oxygen levels and all that stuff like that. And but it's just tranquility, I guess. Could be dangerous too, just like motorcycle riding, karate, fighting, whatever. They all have their pros and cons, I guess, but I'd say more pros than anything. But scuba diving is great. If you could do it, do it. If I lived down Florida or somewhere, I would be diving probably monthly, you know. So get more into fishing and stuff like that. I don't know. Spearfishing would be kind of cool, I think. As long as you don't get eaten by a great white or a bull shark. Bull sharks are worse than the great whites. I don't think realize that. Tiger sharks are another one that are aggressive. So bull sharks go up freshwater. So, and they kind of attack anything. So I'd be more wary of those guys. But anyhow, no one's pounding my door. So, good question. They just, even in Malawi, technique, I didn't see anything. We didn't go relative to any collectors, but we seen some fishermen on their boats. But I know when I was in Malawi, they have little mini barrels, you know, like plastic barrels, like rain barrels or whatever. They're like half, like little kegs, and they had netting on them, and they use like some 2-liter bottles, milk jug type things or something, and they use those as markers and floats. So anything that's deep, because if you ever dived or even just tried swimming deep, your ears, the compression, all that stuff like that, you could blow your eardrums. And they have to decompress these fish. So you get past like 15 feet. Hey, Jason. So like for Tosas, you know, Zaire supposedly they could be up to 200 feet deep, which I can imagine that's true because I didn't get down deep. I ended up with 2 earaches on that trip in Tanzania, and then when we got to Zambia coming back, I ended up with an earache. So that's horrible. Worst thing for a diver, other than unable to dive because you have bad ears. So I went 60, 65 feet average. But I know Odd Connings, Mattia, we call him T-Bone, Lithuania guy. I think he's UK now. But anyway, those guys were hitting 100. I think one of them hit 125 feet. You go down that deep, you only got like 5 minutes probably. You don't even, you're burning through your oxygen tank. and then you got slowly ascend back to the surface. So on fish wise, you can't just bring them back up. So they'll put them in these barrels, whatever, and trap whatever, and they'll slowly bring them up. So it could be throughout the day, days, to slowly bring the fish up the surface. They cannot just bring the fish up because they're going to be no good. Then they'll end up eating them. So when I was a Tanganyikan, there's definitely in the Rift Lakes, Africa, there's a lot of legal activity of a lot of things, especially fishing, overfishing. I was just talking to somebody about, I ended up having a FaceTime call with like a young guy from UK that I guess follows me. I don't know if he's on here or he comes back. Oh, well, their time's difference because it was like 11:30. I go home. I didn't want to talk. He's like, just a few minutes, man. Talk about Tanganyikans. I want you to see my fish. And he's got Fertosas. And so it's kind of cool that I'm known in a lot of countries, Australia, whatever, and UK, and even Africa, whatever. So kind of cool that someone seeks out my opinion or advice, or whatever. So one problem, Bill Gates and his now ex-wife, Melinda Gates, I guess, the Gates Foundation, years and years ago, they donated mosquito nets for the villagers and people because of malaria, the mosquito bug problem, and stuff like that. Well, they got smart. I have pulled up saltwater fish snapper. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So they end up doing is sewing these mosquito nets together and making a mile long trawling nets, and they go with their dugout canoes, and a lot of times illegal fishing at night, you can see the little lanterns or little candle things lit up, and they're out there. I mean, it's pitch black. There's no industry, so you don't have the smog and fog and crap, So you see stuff. You see stars like you've never seen before. So they tie these things together, and those nets are super fine. They're almost like a brine shrimp net, like your fish net you use for your aquarium. They catch everything. The babies, adults, everything. So they're wiping fish out left and right. This is basically for food, to feed them. They keep breeding, but the fish are not breeding enough, producing enough to keep up with the ongoing demand around these rift lakes, which are huge. But they're overfishing and they're wiping out cichlids left and right, wiping out all kinds of species, catfish, whatever it is. They eat everything, just about. When we were one fishing village, they had like wood tables kind of built up on the beach, and they put all the small, like baby cichlids, small fish, and they sun dry them out, sun bake them basically, and they use them as feed for their goats and chickens. Yeah, crocodiles is one thing. I have video. We woke up in Nadol, in Tanganyika on the beach with a croc swimming by, probably about 50 feet out from the sand. And we're at a lodge. We're camping on the beach. And I got video and pictures of it. It wasn't like out of the water, but you could see it, the back and the head. It was probably a 10-foot. It was a good 8, I'd say 8 at least, if not 10, 12-foot long crocodile. And once they got word, the workers at the lodge, whatever, jumped on a little speedboat, went over there and, agitating it, getting it to keep going to wherever it's going, not to come up to the people in the area. So hippos are actually the worst enemy. The number one killer in Africa is hippos. They reign supreme more than anything. So a bull is, and they're fast. They're fat and fast, and they can move, and they very, very territorial. So, but yeah, bringing up the fish is a process. So it's not an easy task. And I know there's been some fish over the years been named because divers have died. The collectors, the fishermen. Um, they use like a hookah. So they strap on, kind of primitive, with the hose and then a mask, and they have the air compressor on the little boat up on top, and they just in there and they go down so they can stay down there longer. I know one technique. I didn't see anything in Malawi technique in the actual fishing. Um, um, Messages popping through, but the they'll like when I was in my South America collecting trip, they we do the same thing. So us, the boat hands had this big 30-foot scene in the Amazon River. You can't see nothing there because it's like chocolate milk, and you take a branch and you just start smacking the water on one end. So you're hopefully scaring fish toward the bigger net, and they corral them up to the bank. So they kind of do that, I guess, and like catch a mabuna. Some of the stuff is um, scaring them, trying to get them out of the rocks. I don't know. It's got to be a challenge to catch some of these fish. The Bullachromis microlepsis, the emperor cichlid, which we just lost B2 Monday, that sucked. I just posted a picture. She was almost 24 inches, around about 10 years. And I've been keeping emperors now for almost 20 years, maybe. So that was my last one. I have not seen any available. The first time I got them in, I think they were wild. And a couple other times I got them in, they came from Asia. So they are bred in captivity. They've been bred in like ponds, not normal in an aquarium. I tried doing it here and unsuccessfully. They're very aggressive. Yeah, B2, the big girl, gone. Um, Sucks. So, yeah, I came in Sunday when Dylan and I went to feed at the store. She didn't eat. She's been back and forth. She was getting better. She's eating, then she quit eating. She's been odd. I don't think she's really liked that tank, that 150. A little bit, it's smaller than when she was downstairs, but she beat up the arowana. So all the move and stuff like that. And I was planning on bringing her back eventually, trying to figure things out and get the other fish room done over there with the big tanks and stuff, and bringing her back. So that was the plans, and it wasn't quick enough. But that was old. And the wild, those things only last about 2 years, they say. They breed one time typically, and they have like 10 to 20,000 eggs. Most of them don't survive. They get eaten by bugs and other fish and little cichlids and whatever else. And all they do is 24/7. Hello, Ames, and take care of their nest, their young, and they starve to death, or they get eaten by the fishermen, by people, natives, whatever. So, and other stuff obviously eats them, big birds and crocs, I don't know, whatever else. They're supposedly the biggest cichlid in the world, 40 inches and 30 pounds. I seen them. I got video of them. Nothing that big. 2 foot, probably average, like B2. Bertha, the original Bertha, she was 28 inches when I lost her, and she was either 11 or 13. I can't remember. She was at least 11 years old, and so they outlive, what their wild counterparts are. Let's see. What are my moderators on my? Yeah, I mean, if it's a young one, I don't want an older one. I want to try to get some of my contacts to look out there in the world. And I like to get another batch, like 20, 30, 40 small ones in, ship them in, and keep me a handful to grow out. It's not a fish cichlid for everyday people. I mean, granted, you could keep them like that 240 down there. They were fine. 4 foot by 4 foot tank. So you need a 3 foot wide tank, I'd say, for long term. But anyhow, so yeah, so collecting fish is not an easy job. Is there under 10 inches still? I may be interested. I mean, I'm not gonna spend a fortune if I could ship them in. I'm sure they'll pop up sooner or later, but. Yeah, I need to get my tanks organized in S2 over there. That 500 gallon I still got to bring in. It's got to be buffed. got a crack that needs fixed in a corner. The 340 is ready. There's a couple more props, the rack of 10s, and that 155 bow. It's ready to go. So it's just not enough time of day. So I'm doing the shows, hanging out with you guys. I got so much to do, so many calls to make. It's endless. But this algae is getting bad. These guys are growing. The 265. They are smart ass little fish. I feed up in that corner the bloodworms and chopped up nightcrawler. I throw a ton of food in there, flake food and stuff like that, and Hikari freeze dried stuff. But they want that live stuff. They want the bloodworms, and they'll take it right from the baby fire eel. So the fire eel's gotten smart. He knows where I feed him, but he's kind of airheaded, I guess. But what else? So losing B2 Monday sucks. Yesterday I came in, ruined my whole day. Come to check the hatcheries, and I had a leak coming from a pipe fitting water line underneath the basement here, going to that bathroom and over there. And I was trying to turn the valve, and it got like worse. So I'm trying to find other valves. So I put a towel over it so the water's streaming down into a bucket. So I'm like, oh crap. So I went to take my phone and take a picture so I could take it to Menards, Home Depot, wherever, to get fittings, parts, because I know this thing's gonna have to be fixed like ASAP. And it snapped. I look back and it probably looked like something from Three Stooges. Water's going shh, and I'm like, holy crap. Run through to the other side of the basement here and hit the main and shut the main off to the whole building. So had somebody come in, Jeff. It took us going get different. I had to go to Menards twice, and 3+ hours later, fixed it. What a pain. So, and then this morning, so I'm over there, check in, and I come here. So I go over there to turn on the lights, and I screwed up. I left the little freezer open on the fridge over there next door. So I had a full, like 24 things of popsicles, and then a half of 24 of the banana popsicles, which are awesome. And I had 1 pound, almost a full pound of bloodworms and a pound of krill thawed out. I just kill myself sometimes, I swear. So, hey Sean. Been a while. So that's shark bites in my emergency repair kit. Yeah, banana popsicles are the bomb, man. Now that's just juice. It's stupid. I just wasted a full thing of popsicles sorted, and then a half of a 24 pack of banana popsicles. Yeah, Sean, where have you been? So now, thanks, Ames. Appreciate it. Now I'm gonna have to get that bloodworms and that krill. The fish are gonna eat like it's Christmas and Thanksgiving all week, the rest of the week, because I can't really freeze. I don't think I can refreeze it. It's gonna be freezer burn. So I need to get over there and get some buckets and thaw that all out and keep it in the refrigerator and feed everything. Everything's gonna be fat and happy. They're gonna get fed like never before. So I hate wasting anything. My belly can attest to that. Growing up with kids, whatever. Oh, you're gonna eat that on the plate. If you don't eat that, I'm finishing. I know there's people starving. I eat it all. Hope all is well, Sean. Hope everybody's doing all right. Now the good old uptick of COVID, some other variant now. Another one's coming, Mill or something. I don't know. But back to the fish. I got people that don't like me talking about other stuff other than the fish thing. So I need to start my own channel of Dave's Rants. I hope everything turns out all right. You're okay. Stay healthy. Keep in touch. Just say hi once in a while. Let us know. MU. That's it, I guess. Moo. Mad cow disease. Moo moo. I don't know. So anyhow, I was gonna go do the hatcheries, a tour, but I already been here. Holy crap, over 30 minutes. You like my rants? I know, everybody likes my rants. Some people, I guess, get offended. I don't know. Yeah, I've been thinking about starting another YouTube channel. Why not? There's people that like tons of channels. It's be diverse and um, do like a rant, complain channel. Everybody just complain. Get it off your chest. Get it off your head. I've had a stressful week. I got issues. Surveillance camera system is making all stupid noises. Um, yeah, all my great signs. Yes, truth hurts. I just, I call it like I see it. I'm not, I don't think I'm fake. I don't try to be fake. I try to be honest, real person, like everybody should be, I guess. I don't know. So everybody's just crazy in the world. It gets to me. I don't know. It's like I don't care anymore because I care too much. If that makes any sense. It's like, what's the use? So there's good people. A second channel. I loved, and I just watching something on interview. No shoes, no naked, no stoners. No butt cracks. No plumbers with their butt crack hanging out. Stick a wrench in it. A pipe wrench. A 5-pounder. So, anyhow, I got a new customer. She can't wait to come. She's just, I don't know, she found me on something, a show. So I've been back and forth, and I'm like, man, she's going to fit right in our shop. She's got a discus tank. She's got an African cichlid tank, and she's wanting to do something else. So I've been back and forth. Had another customer. He's got his green terrors breeding, which is cool. So I try to take, yeah, I can't answer everybody, but I try. It's sometimes hard to talk to every message. I'm still in Facebook jail. 11 more days. But I'm kind of like getting over it. But it pisses me off. I can't do anything with my business pages. I can't do nothing with my dojo. I need to get this thing going. I'll bite my tongue. Fake book. Yeah, I freaking hate Facebook. More and more, it's like, okay, just fine. Ban, give me a jail sentence, give me a timeout, whatever, reprimand me personally on my personal free choice, what I post, whatever it is. But why you lock me out of my other pages? That's what I don't get. And you can't talk to anybody. I seen someone had an issue this morning on one of the old, like the city or something, and they were trying to, someone passed away. That's, here's a scary, you feel. I mean, Facebook's great. It's like yin and yang, night and day. It's like a double-edged sword. It's great. It's bad and evil all in one. Someone was trying to help somebody. They lost their mom. Something happened, and they're trying to get access to the page. They haven't been on Facebook. I don't know if they deleted. I'm not exactly sure word for word, but they're trying to get back on so they could see the pictures of their mom, messages, and all that stuff. And they tried calling, they can't get through, and they were asking for help. Somebody, that's crazy. That's, I think about it now. It's like, man, I got a lot of footage and stuff like that. So you try to keep your stuff, If you want anything, Facebook owns you. Anything you do, Facebook owns you on their page, on their product. And Facebook owns a lot more than people realize. I know some other things going on. Facebook has been buying and buying other companies in the world. Too dominant. Wait, monopoly. Oh my gosh. I know some inside things. So, going on. Yeah, it's a scary technology, in my opinion. Same with all these tech companies, they're just so overgrown, massive. I believe they need to be split up, or somehow semi-regulated. I don't know. I mean, they just lost a lawsuit in EU, I think. 250 million or something crazy. Yeah. There's a lot of people, but it's like you're stuck. Like, I get a lot more. Right now, it's weird. Like, I post stuff. Good morning. Um, like, I have to go to Instagram, post a picture or a little video or something, and it transfers to my business page. That's how I'm able to get anything on there. And put something in there. Reply to the post then once it's on there. I'm banned from that on my business page. So, um, morning, everybody. Is it still morning? I don't have my watch, and look at that white band on my wrist. Duh. Um, so, but I don't see. It was drizzling here in Cleveland. It's supposed to clear out. Not as hot today. We've got good weather up in Ohio. It's not horrible. Um, but I don't see the likes and stuff like I used to. So I don't know if Facebook is doing something in the background. Um, but typically I get a lot more response, more looks, whatever, on my Facebook doing the live shows than I've gotten here. So I wish YouTube was bigger. I'm like stuck at the same number. It hasn't like changed. I do need to get somebody on board some way. Start off like baby steps. Come to some kind of agreement. Part time. Rain a lot in Niagara Falls overnight. Wow. Somebody that's tech savvy work our website and help messages and maybe help me do these things. You don't get alert? I guess you have to, I don't know, there's got to be something that you hit the bell. Oh, the other half. So that's a lot of us guys with our hobbies and women. Don't tell the other half. They'll get mad. You bought another fish? You bought another bang bang? Oh, speaking of my bang bang, it's getting warm over there. I need a drink. I gotta get off this phone. I hope my guy can get here and I got some repairs. I got a ton of phone calls. This is an old shirt I got on, so I'm gonna get dirty. I need to work in the basements and stuff. Lots to do. So, koi betta. Those are nice. A little on the higher end. There's the 265 wall tank. Respect and discipline. That's on my thing. Oh, man, your messages are going flying there. Sorry. I'm a dirty boy. Cool. Hey, there's my back end. Don't look at my back end. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy, so anybody can advise Sean the bell, why wouldn't it like notification this pops up. I mean, I'm on, maybe if you have a bunch of them, they get lost because I'm on a bunch that pop up. Uh, Moderators. Um, yeah, I need like my thing is not pretty. My YouTube page thing. And the Python didn't fit the bathroom sink. There's different fittings. Now, if you get an odd fitting, I'm not sure where you're from, but like we have an old school plumbing place in Cleveland. They have every kind of fitting that could go on. I do maintenance, been doing maintenance forever, and I've come across some oddball sinks. Now, if it's a pull outs, I hate those. I can't use them. It's too dangerous. Water everywhere when I'm doing on service counts. A lot of homes got those pull outs, but I've got some counts with some odd. Is Texas. All right. Hope you guys are okay. You got another stupid hurricane, Louisiana. I feel, man, you poor people down there, man, south. These hurricanes. Then you got the West Coast burning up. It's like, geez, oh man. Ohio's not so bad here. Winters get kind of crappy, but man, Ohio more and more. I've been around the world and the Great Lakes, freshwater. It's not so bad. It's not really crazy expensive. I'll take the snow. Yeah, I'm not. Winter. Older I get, the less I like winter. I mean, it's good for business, typically because we're busy in the winter with the hobby and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't have my kit with me, Rocco. There's fittings. There's like adapters. Find like I don't know if I don't usually the major places don't have it. Maybe a Menards, but find like a specialty plumbing supply place. Um, and I've done that. I learned a place my dad used to deal with when he had his car wash around the corner in Cleveland. And I was like, here, I got weird sinks, and I just took one of every fitting. I bought a couple times to have extras because I got some weird sinks I have to intertwine, like a smaller one to a bigger one that's not the normal stuff. It's a different, whatever, millimeters different. So there's fittings out there. I don't know if you could buy it online, but I mean, $3 to $6 each. Buy one of each. So, all right, I gotta get going. I got calls. Oh, I'm naked without my watch. Switch that. But yeah, so many messages are popping in. Calls trying to get a hold of me. So, anywho, thanks for hanging out on a Wednesday morning. Still, I guess we took some trade-ins this morning. Got a big green terror, some red hooks, Cinespilum, Monte Cristo. You're welcome. Be back Saturday morning, and we'll do another little fish talk. God bless the fish freaks. I like that. Yes, I hope everybody's well. Families. It's a lot of people going through some crap, man. It's kind of overwhelming, you know. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm not a religious kind of person. My mom's religious, but yeah, I say pray for everybody. Anything that helps keep people safer and happy as can be. So hope everybody's all right. That's why work out. I tell everybody, it's harder as you get older. Walk. Just walk. Get on a treadmill. It's hard when you're older, eating right. But exercise, stretching. You don't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever, but more and more people need better eating habits and exercise. Stretch. You'll have less problems with, all the other stuff, your joints and some basic stuff. So My dog loves Rocco. I am. Oh, there's a rant. I need to hear a good rant. I almost was about to drive to West Virginia to get a boxer puppy. End up being a scam. I hate scammers. Take that. I want to hang them. I love to bite me. I almost was about to go get a boxer puppy. Miss having a dog, but it ended up being real shady. We'll bring that up on Saturday, and I'll rant about that. I hate scammers. All right, y'all take care. Stay safe. See you in the next one. I'm out. Bye.